Good evening. Thanks for joining us for the news at 5. I'm Richard Gearhart.
And I'm Ina Lozano. We begin with breaking news. San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties will be under a curfew starting this weekend.
This limited stay-at-home order will apply to more than 40 counties in the state. Governor Gavin Newsom made the announcement on Twitter this afternoon that the curfew is in place for all counties under the most restrictive purple tier. State leaders said the order will begin on Saturday. It'll be in effect between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. California Health and Human Services Secretary Dr. Mark Galley addressed the curfew during a press conference this afternoon.
Even though we have the hope of vaccine and the discussions about what lies ahead on that front, we have to take care of the urgency of the day. And in California, as we've enjoyed lower rates of transmission, lower numbers of cases, we too are seeing this surge growing faster and faster, and we must address it immediately.
Once the curfew is in effect, those in San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties must be home by 10 p.m. and stay home until 5 a.m. unless an essential employee. The curfew is in effect until December 21st. You can go to grocery stores or pharmacies, and you can also walk your dog and pick up food from a restaurant.
The curfew will affect many businesses and residents in most of California. KSBY reporter Sydney Brandt joins us live with a reaction from locals and how law enforcement plans to enforce the order. Sydney?
Well, this second stay-at-home order during the pandemic did not come as a surprise to many people I spoke with this afternoon. But as of right now, it's still unclear what enforcement will look like in the city of San Luis Obispo with the 10 p.m. curfew. Back in March, CHP says Governor Newsom did not ask local law enforcement to take any enforcement action, and it's unclear whether that will be changing this time around. KSBY attempted to contact San Luis Obispo police to see what, if any, enforcement policies will look like this time around, but have not heard back. One local business says with the 10 p.m. curfew, they may plan to close an hour earlier, but are still working through what changes will look like. Some locals and out-of-towners say with the rise in COVID-19 cases and many not following guidelines, they understand the need to have stricter policies.
People are not doing what they're supposed to. They need to be 6 feet like us and be face covered.
I'm not surprised because the numbers are just skyrocketing again, and it seems like we have to do it. We did it in the spring, we have to do it again.
And the stay-at-home order that was issued today is set to begin on Saturday. And Richard, like you mentioned, this will be lasting for 1 month. Reporting live in San Luis Obispo, Sydney Brandt, KSBY News.
Sydney, thank you. A statement from the San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's Office says, quote, deputies will not be making traffic or pedestrian stops to determine the comings and goings of citizens during those stated hours. However, the Sheriff's Office will take appropriate action on large egregious gatherings flaunting the curfew mandate. And the California Highway Patrol got back to us saying in part, quote, CHP officers will continue to patrol throughout California and use their sound professional judgment to conduct enforcement stops for violations of the law based upon probable cause.